We called the album Uncharted Territory, kind of almost as an accident, because it wasn't a song that was going to be on the CD, but while we were in the studio recording, we took a crack at it. I had started writing this song, and I thought it's probably going to be a little too honest and vulnerable to put on the CD, because the lyrics say, "I find myself in uncharted territory. Never felt so lost, never felt so lonely. Where are you, Lord?" As it turned out, the more I played it for people, the more I shared it, everybody was like, "Man, that's honest, that's vulnerable," and it really does encompass my journey over the past few years. When I finally did start writing, the first song I wrote on the CD was "You Will Be My Song," and it says, "You will be my song, you will be my praise, you will be my voice when I'm lost for words to say." Writing is probably the scariest thing I do and the most wonderful thing I do, because it's like you're always faced with, is this going to work? Do I have anything left to say? I just want to say the honest things. I want my writing to be real. And so in the process, I started writing more and getting my thoughts out, and pulled in my musical director, Tom Lane, who travels all over the world with me. And Tom and I co-wrote several songs. The songs were pretty vulnerable in their lyrics, and it was a little scary to me. I don't like to be that vulnerable in what I do, and even my lyrics, I try to be pretty safe. It's like I make a, so yeah, I can write from here to here. Everything in here is safe, out here is not safe, out here is not safe. So stay in these parameters. This thing, we kind of took down those walls. So I wrote about stuff out here, and I thought the music had to reflect that. I was intrigued by a Kickstarter. Some of my buddies had produced some CDs, and I had supported a few projects of theirs through Kickstarter.com. And it seemed kind of like a wild idea, but I went out to Kickstarter and said, I want to raise $40,000 in 40 days. So I had to think outside the box. All the things that worked in the past weren't going to work for this CD, so I had to think outside the box. But I think sometimes that's the best way to come up with new ideas, when you can't go down familiar paths. Again, it was all totally in keeping with the title of the CD, Uncharted Territory. I had never done this before. So, just it seemed to fit the whole process. It made sense for me to pull the band in. Dennis Holt has been playing with me on tour all over the world. These guys know me, and they kind of know what I do, and they're all great players, so why not get them in the studio and let them interpret the songs. And they're all producers in their own right. I kind of surrounded myself with the best players I could find, players that understood worship, they understood me, they've toured with me, and they were all my friends, so the experience was great. But I think what came out, and I think all the band would say this as well, it's kind of authentic. And that's what I'm looking for these days, and I think that's what people are looking for, authenticity in an artist and in a band.
I think it's a perfect space.
So there's nothing, do we need to,
What you're getting in the CD is pretty authentic stuff, pretty vulnerable stuff, pretty real, pretty transparent stuff. And that's what I think Uncharted Territory is. Uncharted Territory is pretty much encapsulates the life of Don Moen in the last 2 or 3 years, and even today.
You are my strength. You are my